Freddie went to see his mum every Thursday afternoon for tea, and he rarely came away empty-handed. His mum made wonderful cheese biscuits and packed them into a little lunchbox for him. In fact, in one of the last photographs the newspapers published of Freddie, he was outside Garden Lodge with a box of his mum's cheese biscuits under his arm. That same year, I met Freddie's sister Kashmira for the first time, when she and her family came to stay for a few days at the Mews. You could see at once that she and Freddie were sister and brother. They had the same big, dark brown eyes. Her daughter, Natalie, was a sweet, boisterous kid, and she also had a baby son. Freddie's family was important to him. Whenever he was away, no matter where, he always made a point of sending cards to his parents and his sister. He was also in love with beautiful furniture. One day he fell for a beautiful wood and glass coffee table made by a master craftsman. It was made in the Japanese style, which of course Freddie adored. The only problem was the price, about £2,000. In the end, Freddie thought it too expensive and decided not to buy. Shortly afterwards, he said, "You could make one of those, couldn't you? If you make one for me, I'll pay for it." My family back in Ireland are builders and carpenters, so I guessed that if I sent them photographs of the original, they could make the frame in kit form. All I'd have to do was order the glass and assemble the wood at Garden Lodge. But then I decided to have a go at the whole thing myself, so I started searching for books on making furniture. I bought some tools and set to work in the workshop. The first table was about 3 feet square and made from pine. When the frame was finished, it didn't look bad for a first attempt. Next I went to the glazier's and ordered the plate glass. When it arrived, heavily packaged, at the house, Freddie got excited. Then he realised my mistake. I still worked in imperial measurements, but the thoroughly modern glazier had gone metric. My confused calculations were incorrect. I'd shrunk my order to a piece of glass just 9 inches square. "Silly fool," laughed Freddie. I went back to the glazier, who rushed the order. When it arrived this time, it fitted perfectly, and Freddie was delighted when he saw the result. But he didn't like the plain pine, so he asked me to paint it a dark reddish maroon. I mixed the paint myself, and in the end spent more time painting the table than I had making it. Freddie derived great pleasure from the fact that I'd made the table especially for him. We returned to Ibiza for holiday, and this time Freddie was hyperactive. He just couldn't be restrained. It was shop till you drop time again. He was particularly looking for ceramics for the Mews, which he'd now decided was to have a Spanish flavour. Miles out in the country on Ibiza, we found a huge place with bulging shelves of ceramics. As we went in, Freddie asked what I thought of the stuff. "All tourist tack," I replied flippantly, not realising that the British owner was just behind me. Actually, Freddie found several lovely things there, so I was a little hasty. They were glazed terracotta lamps in yellow, one of his favourite colours. Back home, Freddie took the lamps over to the Mews, but couldn't find anything to put them on. "You couldn't make 2 tables for these to stand on, could you?" he asked. So I soon got cracking on them. They were made from pine and MDF, medium density fibreboard, then painted and finished off with glass tops. I took them into the Mews and was positioning them when Freddie came in. "What have you been doing?" he said. "I haven't seen you for days." I pointed to the tables and said, "Those. You didn't make those, did you?" he said, and went over to inspect them. "Yes," I replied, "I did." He looked at them closely, then kissed me. Soon he was asking if I'd make an occasional table for our bedroom. I needed a lathe from my workshop to turn the legs, so Freddie bought me one. The table legs were a nightmare. I tried turning them several times and each time went wrong, so I cheated and bought 4 thick banister rails. Then I spent a good month French polishing the table. When I gave it to Freddie, he was thrilled. He said he knew exactly where he wanted it to go, just inside the bedroom door to put photographs on and to show off a few knickknacks too. Making things for Freddie gave me the answer to the question, what do you give the person who has everything? My presents of handmade furniture.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.